In this video, I'll be showing you guys 3 types of AI tools that you need to start using in your business in 2026 and onwards if you want to stay in business, that is. So with that being said, let's start with the video right away. So firstly, we have the AI assistants. Now, these are basically called large language models like ChatGPT, Gemini, and I'm pretty sure you've heard about ChatGPT before. So ChatGPT is basically a large language model and AI that has been trained on, like, let's say trillions and trillions of data throughout the internet. Now each of these tools are specifically good for certain types of things, and they can be really good for your business if you know how to use them properly. All right, so let's say when you're doing any market research and you would like to find data on the internet as to what's currently going on in a market or something, you basically want live information, you want live data. All right, so in that case you definitely want to use an AI like Perplexity, because Perplexity is basically Google search but on steroids. And what I mean by that is that whenever you ask any other AI such as ChatGPT or Gemini or Claude, they basically answer the information based on the previously trained data. So whenever a new model comes in for, let's say, ChatGPT or Claude, so basically they have been trained on the data for a specific time period, let's say 2026 March or 2025 March and all of that. They cannot pull the live information from the internet. So let's say when you're trying to just pull the data from the internet, then you can just use this tool right away. Even though all of these 3 tools have a tool called web search where you can actually pull data from the internet using these tools as well, I'd basically recommend you guys use this, because what this does is it basically pulls information from multiple sources accurately, and it also presents you the information in a way where you can actually basically, you're just getting the insights from a lot of information from a lot of sites in a very structured way. So that's very helpful. Now when it comes to Gemini, you can basically use Gemini to create very high level images, because it has a very powerful image generation tool called Nano Banana, where you can basically create very stunning visuals for your business using AI or for any other use case. And you want to do this for your personal life, then yeah, feel free to do that as well. So basically this is my YouTube channel, of course. You're watching this on YouTube, so I used Gemini to create an asset like this too, and I basically wanted to use this as the hook. So I asked Gemini to create an AI version of an human cold caller. By the way, I published a very good video on this one. You can just check it out on my channel if you're interested, right? So it was an AI cold caller. So Gemini came up with this image, and as you can see, like, the details over here are absolutely spot on, and the suit is very sexy as well over here, and the AI looks pretty sharp as well. But anyways, what I'm trying to say here is that if you're looking to create, like, let's say marketing visuals, you can use Gemini to come up with very high level stunning visuals. You can use them to edit images, create images, all of that using Gemini. And when it comes to using Claude, now this is one of my personal favorites right now. Like, I used to use ChatGPT the whole time, but I've switched to Claude, and this is my favorite right now because you can do a lot of things using Claude, man. Like, this is absolutely insane. Let's say if you're a business owner who has to go through the emails every day, so what you can do is you can basically connect your Gmail account to Claude and then basically ask Claude to give you a brief summary of the emails that you got throughout the day, and yeah, it will just give you just that. That's not even that. Like, you can connect Claude to different applications and do a lot of things. So for example, I actually, all the slides that you're seeing over here, all the structures and diagrams that I created to help you to create a video for you guys, so Claude basically built this entire thing for me. Alright, like, I basically created all of this using Claude. That's how good it is. Now the way I did it is that I basically connected Claude with Excalidraw. So Excalidraw is basically the name of this app where I'm basically using this whiteboard over here. So I asked Claude that I'm trying to create a video where I would like to basically showcase the top 3 types of AI that every business needs right now, or can actually benefit from having these kinds of AI tools in their business. So I discussed with it, and then it came up with these slides which I'm using for this video to explain everything to you guys, right? And ChatGPT is basically good, like, it's still great, of course, for, let's say, general day-to-day tasks, and let's say programming, coding, all of that is quite good. So basically ChatGPT is the best for, let's say, all-round assistant, and it's great for most daily tasks. And Claude is really good at writing, by the way. So if you're someone who has to do a lot of copywriting, then I definitely recommend using Claude, by the way. And you can also create a lot of long form documents as well. Like, it can write really realistic LinkedIn posts or like email copies for you right away. The way Claude generates the copies, like, it's really good. And also for Gemini, you can basically connect your entire Google workspace with Gemini, so you can basically access everything from Gemini as well. Now, like I explained at the beginning of this video, so each of these tools serve a different type of purpose. I mean, they all can do the same task equally pretty well. So all of the large language models that I mentioned over here, basically all of them are good for their specific tasks. So Gemini, like if you want to create high level images and videos as well, then you can use Gemini. For, let's say, doing the internet research at a very high level, or maybe going through the internet and just trying to find out information real quick, then you can use Perplexity. For getting most of the things done in your workplace, then you can use Claude. Yeah, for ChatGPT, this is like quite good for, let's say, all around day-to-day tasks. Alright, so with that being said, let's head over to the second type of AI tools. So basically this is make.com or N8N. So I'm pretty sure you've heard about these tools before, because there has been a huge trend for N8N the last year. So yeah, like N8N is still very powerful, but so basically you can use these tools to automate the repetitive tasks in your business. So let's say you want to automate the process of creating proposals for your client. So what you can do is you can basically create an automation so that whenever a client comes in, or let's say you'd like to generate a proposal for a client, so what you can do is you can just put on the information about the lead or the prospect and send it over to an AI, and it'll basically trigger an automation where the entire proposal will be created right away, where AI will basically analyze the information and then basically use the data to create a very personalized client proposal. And yeah, the plus point here is that, or the main leverage here is that you don't have to spend hours to create proposals anymore, and you can also do this at scale. So let's say you get 10 clients, you can just maybe pass it over to the AI, maybe pass a document or something to the AI. The AI will basically use this information to create like multiple proposals at scale. So this task, like if it was done by a human, then it would have taken maybe, let's say, I don't know, 5 or 6 hours, or let's say 3 to 4 hours maybe. But using AI, you can just get this done within like a few minutes. So that's how powerful it is. All right, you can also automate lead follow-ups, a lot of things in your business. It actually depends on what problems you're trying to solve in your business. All right, what you can do is you can just analyze that, okay, my team is completely repeating this task, so I'd like to automate that. So then you can just focus on creating a workflow on make.com or N8N, and then just build something that gets the job done. And honestly, both of these tools are very powerful, and there is a kind of a learning curve to this, so it may take a week or two for you or your team to get the hang of it. But yeah, I can assure you that it can yield very good results if you know how to use them properly. And the best part is that once you build it, it'll just basically run forever. And also you can connect a lot of your tools together. You can connect your CRM, your calendar, your entire pipeline all together, so that everything is being tracked in place. And yeah, the automation is as efficient as possible. And also the best part is you do not need to learn how to code to actually build this. So like, let's say if you are spending a few hours every day to actually learn this, you'll just get the hang of it within a week. All right, like you'll actually learn how to like connect which apps to what and build what exactly, so that you're automating a certain process in your business. Now with that being said, let's head over to the final tool that I have in mind. And basically these are AI voice systems. You can just consider them as AI phone callers, because a lot of the businesses in the world, like, they rely on phone calls massively. So let's say whenever we're calling a business after hours, so there is no one to pick up the call, right? But that could be a potential customer. So if it's a high ticket business, such as maybe a home service business, an HVAC business, where each like job costs around like $3,000 to $5,000, so you're missing out on a potential deal over here just because there was no one to pick up the phone call, right? So the traditional way was that whenever there was a phone call, it was sent to voicemail. But voicemails are being completely replaced by AI, because now, whenever someone calls, the AI will pick up the call instantly. It will basically talk with the lead, and the experience will feel like that it's basically a human talking with a customer, not an AI, right? And it will talk even better than your best sales rep, let's say. And then it will basically qualify the customer and then engage with the customer and see what they're looking for, and then try to support them the best way possible, right? Like, there's tons of use cases for this, but yeah, the main point here is that you can use an AI that answers your business calls like a human 24/7. Then there's a couple of reasons that you might need something like this for your business. The best one, but the most important one, would be that once you implement a system like this, a 24/7 AI phone caller, so this will basically ensure that you will basically never miss out on a lead ever again, because the AI will stay active on your phone 24/7. So this will basically mean that you will never miss a single call ever again. Like, you can just think this through as to how powerful this can be, because if you're losing out on at least 1 or 2 customers per month because of missed calls, then you're missing out on, let's say, 12 or 14 customers per month on missed calls. And I mean, like, this can actually eventually lead to a lot of like lost revenue on the long run annually. And also it sounds like a human, if not even better. I mean, I have lots of videos on my channel regarding AI phone callers, so you can just check them out if you're interested. and it also pays for itself very fast. I mean, like, the point that I'm trying to make here is that they are very cost effective. So let's say if you are like skeptical as to whether I should be using this in my business or not, I mean, the amount of ROI that you will get like within the first month, let's say, it's like absolutely insane if you know how to use them properly. All right, so basically if you get calls, this can replace your receptionists. I mean, it is happening anyways. It's not that I'm just coming up over here. Like, you can just check out on the internet. This is like replacing a lot of roles out there, especially roles that require human to like answer phone calls, or let's say follow up with leads, or like engage with customers. So yeah, any type of that used to take a human to handle the phone calls is being replaced by AI now. So hence I mentioned this in this video. Now these are the top three types of AI tools or assistants or systems, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, the top three types of AI systems that you can run. I'm just gonna call them systems anyways. But yeah, these are the top three types of AI systems that you can use in your business. And this is basically a beginner guide video. So if you were not familiar with the tools that I mentioned over here, I mean, other than ChatGPT, of course. So yeah, I hope you guys found this video valuable. And also, if you're a business owner and like you're not sure how to get started with AI, I mean, you've heard about ChatGPT, maybe you've used ChatGPT before, but you're actually not sure how, like, you're not maximizing the potential of AI, right? Like, AI is basically turning to a point where you can like run your entire business by yourself. Like, it'll be a one-person business, all right? So this is where every technology is moving towards right now. Like, who's the first person to build a billion-dollar company by himself? It's a one-person billion-dollar company. So yeah, but anyways, I hope you guys get the idea. So if you're not sure how to use AI in your business, and you're maybe wondering how I can get started, then and maybe you need someone to guide you along the way, then you can actually book a free AI audit call with me in the description of this video. So this will be a, let's say, 15 to 30-minute call where I'll basically analyze your entire business operations, your workflows, and see where on which parts of the business can AI actually work or drive you the most results and the most revenue. All right. So basically, I'll give you a full breakdown of where AI fits in your business, and also the exact tools that you should be using. And honestly, like, I've used a lot of tools for the past couple of years, so I'm confident that I can actually suggest you tools that can actually drive your results. All right, and also a clear and actionable plan to actually get started immediately and start seeing results. So yeah, if that's you and you're looking for an AI consultant for your business, then yeah, feel free to book a free AI audit with me in the description of this video. And that's it for today's video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. See ya.